Hello, everybody. Week 1 NFFL press conference. It's like the 5th, 6th year in a row. Another week 1 loss. Hard to stay positive, but you have to, right? Congrats to Jesse. Big week 1 win. He needed it. He needed the 49er defense to come through for him. And they did. They did. He had the people step up when he needed them to. As far as my team, it was kind of questionable to draft. I was kind of happy with where I was at, except maybe a couple positions like the quarterback, obviously. But yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't a great showing. I had some positives, but we only had no touchdowns from any receivers, no touchdown from a tight end. So that's not gonna get you a lot of success. Geno saved himself. Finished the first quarter with negative points, but the big touchdown, the run, he had a pick on his first drive. So for him to bounce back, finish with 17.8. If he finishes with that every game, I think I'll be okay with it. Still the fucking ball to DK Metcalf. That's all I got for you. Herbert looked like shit. He looked boring as fuck. I don't know what I expected with Harbaugh coming in there and doing his college bullshit. I know Herbert's coming off a foot injury, but I'm hoping maybe he can get some running yards, start getting up. And not looking good. Not looking good for Herbert. Hopefully he can bounce back next week, keep his spot over Trevor Lawrence, who's a whole different fucking thing. Pacheco, he looked good. Looked like a workhorse. Did what I thought he was going to do. Really not worried about Carson Steele, the rookie. Reed loves his rookies, and he runs hard, so that's really the only person I'm worried about. I'm not worried about Samaje Perine or Clyde when he comes back. So not worried about Pacheco. He'll be good. King Henry looked amazing on the first drive, and then after the Ravens got stuffed 2 or 3 times at the line, they just gave up the run completely. So I got kind of screwed on that. Then they got down, so they had to throw it. So I'm not really worried about King Henry either. I think he's going to get used to the offense more. They'll know that they can give him the fucking ball because he's Derrick Henry. And I think he still finishes the top 15 running back for the year. So can't overreact too much on week 1 there. CD was very underwhelming. He was underwhelming for CD when I could have really used him. In a blowout, it's kind of tough, especially after he got no training camp, first one back. So I'm not worried about him either. DK was going to put him in the fucking dog house, but this is such boomer bust DK. He's going to finish as a top 20 receiver, but you just got to get over these weeks where he scores 3 or 4 points, and then he gets to 20 and 25 points on the weeks. So, won't overreact yet. Next week, if he does, Geno and him are going to get fucking pissed on. So, Ridley, I'm in kind of the same boat there with DK. I'm a little bit more worried about him because of his past, consistency in the seasons and a truly new quarterback that he's playing with. So, it's either going to go up or down, obviously. So, that's a boomer bust also. Rashee looked amazing. I was very happy with Rashee. He's going to be the wide receiver 1 for the Chiefs, in my opinion, the whole entire year. As long as he's active, they're going to use him, and how they won their offense, he's going to be a top target. So I'm not worried about Rashee. He's going to be good. He'll be my second wide receiver right behind CD. Kittle simply had to catch 1 more of the 3 fucking targets that he did not get. Instead, he wanted to celebrate everybody else's first downs and look like a fucking dipshit rather than just win me the ball game. So Kittle is in the doghouse. He's a bitch. I didn't like him in the first place, but I had to pick him. And with Njoku going on the probably only week to week, it's going to be hard to keep him in there, but maybe he'll step it up. The Saints defense really is what kept me in it this week, honestly, with 20 points. Yes, they were facing the Panthers, but it's still week 1 to go out there and do your job and do what you need to do for me to keep me in this ballgame. I was very appreciative of them. They will probably stay on the bench. They're going to be a good streamer and good matchup play, especially in the weak division that they're in. So I'm pretty happy about them. Butker did everything he could for me. He made all of his field goals, just not long field goals, which is not his fault. So I'm not worried about him. Hecker, 0 points on 5 punts for the Carolina Panthers. I needed 1 fucking point from his bitch pussy ass. And if you're on that bad and you're a punter on that bad of a team, you just have to be better. You have to be better. So that might be the first spot that I try to improve in the squad, because he really shit the bed this week with 0 points on 5 points. As far as my bench, Trevor Lawrence looked the more of the same. Nothing changed except maybe a couple of his wide receivers' names. He looked so inconsistent and boring, but he was playing a good Miami defense, so we'll see how it is. He's healthy, so maybe we'll just build on that. Brian Robinson Jr. looked great. He was a risky play. If I did start him, I was tinkering him and Ridley. But, it came back to bite me that I didn't start him. He's obviously going to be the lead back over Eckler, who's old and not very useful in their offense. Him and especially with JD getting a lot of the attention for running, I think he'll get a lot of the goal line carries and get some touchdowns. So Brian definitely will be in the lineup next week, bar injury. Christian Watson only saved by the touchdown in his performance. With no Love now going probably 3 weeks that he's going to be out in a tough competition in the wide receiver room. It's going to be interesting to see how it shakes out and if he stays healthy. That'll be the big thing. Judy, another one that got saved by the touchdown, but in that ball game there was no hope for really any of the Browns players. I thought, all things considered, he looked pretty promising. Looked like he had a chance, to do something and help the team a little bit. So I'm happy with Judy from where I got him. Njoku obviously hurt, but he looked the part when he was there. So hopefully he can come back the next couple weeks. I had the Chiefs defense. They looked promising, but again, facing the Ravens, they're going to get yards. They're going to get points. You're not going to get sacks. You're not going to get a lot of turnovers. So the Chiefs defense will be in the starting lineup this week against the Bengals. Fuck the Bengals. So enough about my shitty-ass fucking team. Jesse's team, almost as bad of a quarterback situation as I do. But if Rodgers can even be like 75% of what he used to be, I wouldn't worry about Goff or, whatever your third QB situation's looking like. Kyron Williams and Achane will finish top 15. Achane looks like he will be maybe a league winner because, Mostert does not look how he did last year. Amon-Ra, Drake London, and Travis Kelce's stinker made this matchup way closer than it needed to be. I don't think you're worried about those three being what they need to be for the year. And Xavier Worthy obviously looked like a star. We know that he looked like a problem. He only got 3 touches, but 2 were touchdowns. So can't complain about that. Neighbors showed some promise with a shitty-ass quarterback. Dobbins looked unbelievable and probably solidified as himself as the lead back for that run-heavy offense. Najee and Eckler were kind of, Taysom Hill's a wild card, and Sutton I guess Sutton is still the wide receiver one on his team. So, Jesse should be happy. He got a week 1 win, and he can look promising to the upcoming games. So around the league, with Burrow, Watson, and Olave dropping stinkers for Mikey, even with Barkley and Kamara probably as the best 1-2 punch in the NFL at running back, he still joins the pain of 1 point week 1 losses with me. It's the worst way to start out, really. Almost not worse than Ryan, but we'll get to that. His bench all scored double digits. Danny Dimes was kind of a bum, but I don't think Mikey's worried about it either. He'll be okay. Owen, the champ, he defended week 1. He needed Purdy and Wilson on Monday Night Football, but he got it done. The Cowboys defense is just such a wagon. They're always going to score so many points, get some turnovers. Godwin looked very good combined with Baker, so I think Owen knows that he probably needs a little bit more from everybody else to be back at the top. Harris's team looked unbelievable and better than expected, at least to me. He got a lot of players in prove-it positions kind of on his team in real life. Baker looked like OU Baker, Mr. Consistent Mike Evans. That's a good 1-2 punch. Montgomery still being Montgomery and a big part of the offense. He's got Brian Thomas Jr. on the bench. If he gets the tight end position figured out and CMC is healthy, Harrison's going to be a problem for this league. And then to the low point of the week, Ryan. Nobody hates it. Nobody knows it more than Ryan. Not even scoring 100 points. At least I think. Hold on, let me check here. Yeah, no. Not even scoring 100 points. 97. Mahomes did not have a good week. Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison looked like true rookies. Didn't look very ready to be up there. What else do I got here? His running backs were good, but that's Ryan. He's always got like 3 or 4 running backs that are going to do good. And now with Jake Ferguson missing time, he's got to figure out his tight end position. So it's going to be a long week of tinkering, and I can't wait for Ryan's press conference. And then, Jesus, here we go. In the matchup between the two that think they're already going to be in the fucking final, Nick and Jackson. Nick gets it done on Monday Night Football with Debo. Lamar and JD, if they stay healthy, that's as dangerous of a 1-2 punch in this league as you can get. Tyreek's a workhorse. You got Mixon showing that he can show up in this new offense. And for the 5th year in a row, it seems, Nick wins week 1 and automatically the championship. So we'll see if he can pull it out this year, maybe find a little bit more consistency and stay healthy and not trade away his whole entire team when he's doing good. Jackson will be disappointed. He put on obviously a great performance. He knows that. Needs Josh Allen to avoid his injury and the way that he runs his offense now. He putting himself in a lot of danger, but if you're going to score 30 points a game, I don't think he cares. A.J. Brown's back to being a bully. Cooper Kupp's back at being his prime, and Puka's hurt. I think he was already going to lead the Rams in receptions, but now that Puka's hurt, just solidifies it. So maybe he can finally get back to that ship for the third time and get it done this year, but we'll see. He's got a long road ahead. Parker finally turns the page on a new NFFL season. He gets it done with a solid win over Alex. AR-15 looked good. Parker knows that if he stays healthy, he's going to be in every game with Anthony Richardson. Aaron Jones and Stevenson look like workhorses and touchdown magnets for their team. Diggs got 2 touchdowns, not a lot of air yards, but 2 touchdowns. Who cares? Oh, Jesus. So maybe Parker turned the page. Starting a new year, not going to go 0-4 this year to start off. So, and I don't think, coming down to Alex, I don't think he should be upset. A stinker from McLaurin and Swift kind of screwed him. His rookie QBs, they have rookie QBs. Swift and McLaurin have rookie QBs. So, you never know what's going to happen week 1. Dak was going to give him more, but in a blowout, he can't. Jay Jett has to be a wide receiver 1, I think, for Alex to have potential, and I think he knows that. So, long season ahead. As far as the week 2 matchups and my predictions, to start off, Harrison versus Parker, I got Harrison winning 155-137. For Garvey and Jackson, I have myself winning 165-158. For Alex and Mikey, I have Mikey winning 144-134. For Nick Lowe and Owen, I have Nick Lowe winning 130-127. And Ryan and Jesse, I have Ryan winning 153-148. To wrap it up here, absolute pain. Nobody wants to lose by 1 point in week 1 of fantasy, but you can't get too down. Got to bounce back. You got to believe in the boys. Got a long road ahead. A lot of tinkering this week. A lot of stuff happened. Good luck, everybody. Bye-bye.